want to accept money, like could never be me.
We
Could
ain't, we
never
ain't
fucking
talking
be
about
me, man.
we're not talking about gambling though.
Nah, definitely not. That's y'all niggas in a different boat. Um, Sports gambling going. They talk shit that's going to end like, they say like shit that's like traps the black community. Like Hennessy was there forever. Like they got whole politics on Twitter. Like sports gambling has done some irreparable damage to the black community. Oh man. Hey, with that being said, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Another episode of the Group Chat Podcast. We are live, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. If you are not listening live, you can go look, you can go find us wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify. This episode is, I don't have my cup on me at the moment, but this episode is sponsored by Dubby. If you are someone like me who drinks a lot of coffee, or you want a healthy alternative to energy drinks, you don't want to drink Monster, you don't want to drink, and don't be believing none of the stuff Celsius be telling you either. They say y'all going to lose weight. You're not going to lose weight if you drink Celsius. I promise you. But Dubby's got you covered. Energy now, no crash later. Use Hardfell 10 at checkout. Thank you to Dubby for sponsoring another episode. With that being said, no Tony this week. He's busy doing some stuff for the family, so shout out to him. To my left, though, I'm joined as always by my brother standing in at 6'1", 195 pounds. Will is in the building. Super heavyweight, extreme. I was about to say extreme. That sounds crazy. Super heavyweight. No, everything over 200 is heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
All right, so 6'1", 201, super heavyweight. Will is in the building. How we feeling today?
Alive and well.
Amen, man. Excuse me. I was about to say, are you because you were talking about smoking stuff before, like food wise, before we got on air. Are you a full on like? Because I feel like it's a real dad thing. It's like a lot of niggas become dads and they start barbecuing like crazy or smoking shit. Are you that kind of dad? Are you out there barbecuing and smoking a whole bunch, or is that a rare occasion?
It's definitely not rare. I'll be out there getting to it, man. Like I smoked. I think the last 2 years I done smoked turkeys for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Like for the family and stuff like that. So no, I be out there. Like,
and were you like that pre-kids?
Probably a
or
couple of
was that
times a month.
post-kids?
Definitely post kids.
Definitely post kids. Okay.
I mean, it pretty much once I bought my house, which it was after I had my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So because
Okay.
the apartments I was living in and stuff like that, we couldn't have grills and everything. So since about 2020, I've been getting to it.
Hey, amen.
I grill a couple of times a month at least.
See, we
Like,
got the
year round in the wintertime too.
See, that's brave. We got the girls outside that everybody can share, and just I'll bring my own cast iron pans out there because that's just fucking nasty. It's clean, but it ain't really clean. And I've seen people that live in my complex, and I'm like, I ain't trusting y'all with my food, man. We ain't I'm about to not cook my food on the same shit.
They cooking up more than chicken.
They doing a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to be legally involved in or claim any kind of knowledge of. I want to give a shout out to Tony real quick. I know last week we didn't record. As far as our rap of the week, though, he's been listening to Jay Worthy heavy. And if you go check out Tony's Twitter, he posted his whole Spotify recap for the month, which it was Jay Worthy, Mobb Deep, and I'm blanking out the other ones, but you go see that on Tony's social. But he wanted to submit Jay Worthy for his rap of the week. Who you been listening to this week, man?
Who have I been listening to? Have I been listening to rap this week? Let's see.
Or if you got a good woman of the week.
Let me go to my history real quick. So I think originally last week, I know we didn't record them, I think last week, and it was going to be a repeat selection, but Wale has been rapping really, really well lately.
That's a fact.
I mean, especially, and I know the album is coming out and things like that, because I think I had missed, I think his last drop I had missed. I can't remember what that one was called, but I think before that he had dropped that Yukon freestyle, which I thought was fire.
He dropped the shit with Anthony Edwards album. It was him and Push, and he was rapping his ass off on that. It's only one record, but he was rapping his ass off on that.
You said like who album?
Record. They might have Anthony Edwards. The legend.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Wale. I mean, I know he got an album coming out in 9 days, November 14th, right?
Yes, sir. I'm 99% sure that's the date. I'll double check, but I'm 99% sure that's the
Yeah,
date.
no, 11, 14. Everything is a lot. I'm going with Wale, man.
No. If this had been last week, I would have said that I really enjoyed, we're going to talk about later, the No Limit Cash Money verses. And so I was listening to a lot of old shit. Again, a lot of my music right now, a lot of my music intake is like I had Wale a few weeks ago because it was like, Wale did when he first announced the album. And normally for the niggas that I like, when they announce they're dropping something or they're in the news, that makes me go back and listen to them because the guys I really fuck with, I like generally the majority of their discography. So with that, excuse me.
And actually, real quick, so
You go for it.
I don't know if it's I think it was a freestyle. So it was, I don't know if it's an actual song. So I did see this is what I heard a few days ago. It was Simba. He had like a little freestyle that I seen on YouTube that he dropped like 3 days ago. It's not I don't see a title or anything for it, but it was fire. Let me see. I ain't gonna play it on here. I just found it, but I was actually scrolling through like what I've been listening to. So I like Simba a lot too.
The Oh yeah, but so this last year was a lot of No Limit, a lot of early Cash Money, and I know that one got kind of cut off because they had a weird niggas was late, which versus Timbaland's was beats. Y'all should know this. If you're gonna try to host a versus in a venue that has like a curfew, like start telling niggas that shit starts an hour before then. Because if y'all thought Master P and Birdman were now Master P showed up on time, so I shouldn't say that. If y'all thought Baby was showing up on time for like anything, nah, that should have been planned better. And then I'm not even gonna get into the Wayne part of it because nigga said he's sick. Nigga said he don't fuck with it. There's been a million Wayne stories. I would have loved to see Wayne there with the Cash Money stuff. I also don't think people realize. Tony and I talked about this on the episode a few weeks ago when you had the electricity problems, and that was what Wayne's involvement should have been. Meaning, if you do a No Limit versus Cash Money, you don't get all of Little Wayne, right? Like you're not getting Carter 2 Wayne, Carter 3 Wayne. Like that's a different part of his career. You getting Carter 1, 400, like you get early Little Wayne when he was actually a part of the Hot Boys. So they played a Millie at like the end to be like, oh, Wayne's our brother, like he's a part of this. And I'm like, hey, bro, a Millie wouldn't have counted. If y'all had played a Millie as a part of your verses, I would have looked at you funny because that's not a Hot Boys record or a Hot Boys Wayne even. That being said, this week, because obviously again versus comes back and it starts the conversation online, which again we'll get into a little bit, is listen to a lot of Hove, man, because sometimes with like the greats, not just niggas who are really good at rapping, not just niggas who are great, but I'm saying like the people you put in like Mount Rushmore top 5, if you go a little bit in between listening to them, and I do. I'm not gonna sit there and say listen to Jay every single week. I don't listen to Nas every single week. I don't even listen to Wayne every single week. And sometimes you go like a little, you get some time in between listening to him. And then you go back and you like, oh yeah, that's why this nigga is different. Like that's why when I listen to him, it's like, all right, everybody else, like they rap, that's cool. That's great job, guys. Y'all did your thing. And then you listen to some of these other guys, you're like, oh, okay, this is a different human being. Like Al. And so I guess we could start here is immediately with verses. And obviously a lot of the like all-time guys did not participate in the first round. If you doing like a hypothetical ranking, Kiss probably ranks the highest as far as like all-time great rappers who participated, and Kiss smoked both his verses. Smoked his one-on-one versus Fab, and then he smoked Locks versus Dipset. Jay didn't do a versus. Obviously, Kanye didn't do a versus for reasons outside of music. Wayne didn't do a versus. Nas didn't do a versus. The guys that are really high on that level. Which brought up the conversation this week again. It was like, well, who could take Jay in a versus? And I'm going to say, even though I was listening to a lot of Jay, I do think this conversation.
Did Tony put this in the chat now?
Did Tony put this in the chat?
He got
Oh,
it's a
what
cap
type of
emoji in the chat.
what am I cap about? That I was listening to Jay this week? I need to know, what was the cap? Hey man, we'll get when he responds. I think that yes, if you put Jay in a versus against 99.9% of people on the planet, he wins. I don't believe it is as he. Oh, he says I listen to Wayne Daily. I promise you I don't listen to Wayne Daily. I promise you I don't listen to Wayne Daily. I love Wayne. Wayne is my personal all-time favorite rapper. Like, I'm not denying that, but I don't listen to Wayne Daily. I don't listen to anybody daily. If we just keeping it a buck. Jay would be, again, he would be the number one.
What percentage did you say? What percentage did you say?
Of Jay beating people in verses?
Yeah.
99.
And does that applies like anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the well, anybody who raps. I ain't going into like different genre. Like if
no, I'm saying
like
any. I'm saying like any state. Like I'm saying any.
So that's where if you want to get regional, like if you want to put him into somebody else's environment.
Well, where are you saying the 99.9% is? So like, are you saying that's across like no matter where, or are you saying that's East Coast? Like,
and no matter where. No matter where. Because I think the only regional bias you would get, and I don't think Wayne could do it, but like if you put Jay and Wayne in New Orleans, Wayne would get a boost. I don't think it's enough of a boost to beat him. And that'd be the only regional out of the top end. Because like the other guys who are in his stature, like you can't go to New York with Nas because they both New York. So it's not like he's going to get a boost there. You can't go without getting to like the borough shit because I'm not from New York. And so I'm not going to go into everybody's boroughs and try to act like I know what it is. The other, so the guy I'm going to say though is, and you from Chicago, so you are rep. Remember, I like Chicago. I'm not saying Jay just outright BTA. And I know, like, and I'm not even talking about the person. I get it. Like, if we just stick into music, Ye's catalog.
You don't have to put that disclaimer when you're talking to me for sure. All
I
ever talk about is the music.
That's a fact. And we're not doing the R&B verses. Nah,
I mean, come on. Everybody know who to go to that.
If you put, but that's also again why I don't think you get a regional, because I don't know if like Kanye belongs to like a region. Like even though he's from Chicago, I don't know necessarily if you put Jay and Ye in Chicago. I don't know if.
Well, no, so it's not even necessarily saying like put him in Chicago because he's going against somebody that's from Chicago. I'm more so saying like, is the love the same across the board? Like, dude, like if it was Jay-Z and Kanye in California.
Yeah, I would say it's love the same across the board. If you dude.
I just don't like because I think so. Jay-Z for me, Jay-Z is my GOAT, but I also I mean Jay-Z got a lot of he got a lot of records. Like I don't even know if I like, but there's other niggas with a lot of records too.
That's it. Because I think in a Jay versus Ye versus, it would come down to performance. Because I think if you just go like mega records,
who got the bigger mega records?
Oh yeah, I don't know if that's close. I think that's why. Let me not say that. That's wild. Let me not.
I won't say. Yeah, I'm not gonna say like what like that is not close or anything like that. But one of the things that I'm thinking is like it's a few artists who got maybe like mega slaps that may be bigger than Jay's, but they don't have like the rest.
So if you so
you got a few people that may be top. I mean, I'm just saying you may have a few people that's like top heavy, but they may not have the longevity. Like as far as when I say longevity, not see. Yeah, like Tony said, you can't match the feel. So it's like, but I think that's why I asked kind of would it be more regional, because sometimes it may be niggas in other regions that don't feel that shit.
No, I agree, but that's why I think someone like
And like I said, Hov is my goat. So it's like I'm just kind of saying like, do everybody feel like because I think me and Tony for sure. I know you be hating, but like, do
I'm not hate.
everybody?
I said that nigga's the GOAT. I called him my rapper of the week. Like this ain't hate. I'm saying
But
saying
your hate be disguised. Your hate be in disguise sometimes.
I no, my hate is blunt. I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. I hate the Los Angeles Chargers. I hate the Vegas Raiders. I'm very upfront with who I hate. And let me say that if you want to go can't match him as feel. So let me address 2 points here because Tony got me fucked up looking at the chat. Longevity, they both got longevity. Hov obviously is longer, but pause. Kanye has Kanye has.
And when I said longevity, I didn't mean like necessarily like how long they've been doing it. But when I was saying that, I meant like kind of if you were going back to that traditional 20 song verses, like they may have like some of the bigger hits, but they may not have enough songs to kind of to go late into the fight type of thing.
And that's why I think Kanye specifically is unique in that. So like the other guys to me, like the reason why I feel like Wayne couldn't do it is because, and we talked about this before too, so much of Wayne he can't bring to a versus. Like, and that's the feel part of Wayne. You can't recreate the feeling of mixtape Wayne in a versus because those songs wouldn't be allowed. And that's why Wayne ascended to a look, man, nigga, I said, hey, and so that would be Wayne would lose out on the feel of the records because it's like if you need those for Wayne, it's like Hustler Music obviously would be up there. I do think a Millie would be up there.
He don't have enough.
He's gonna lose that. Correct. So the thing versus Kanye is he's got those as far as B-sides. He's got the mega hits. He's got the longevity. He's got the B-sides. That's not I guess my point why I wanted to bring this up is it's not a blowout. And I feel like a lot of the time with Jay, when we talk about verses, is it's just a blowout. Like he's just killing. Like he is a few records here and there. It's like punch for punch. And then he just starts beating you down. And I don't think he could beat down. I don't think he would do that to Ye specifically.
And Kanye probably could have matched the field before niggas like stop liking him.
1,000%. No, I sent that in the group chat where it was like the niggas who do. I wish I knew the name on top of my head. The niggas who do the Black Jeopardy when they said like black celebrities that let us down. I absolutely believe if you put that up to they do it 50, you put that up to 50, 100, 1,000. Like Kanye is ending up high on that list of like niggas loved Kanye at his not even peak, just his career in total. And so when you take that and then obviously the direction he went, and do you remember the show him and Drake did where it was the charity show for
yeah.
And Drake was putting out his and Drake was playing hits. And Kanye went behind. Kanye was playing other hits, and it was like, oh, these are different. And Drake has as many quote unquote hits, and that's why I think Drake loses the hope too. Is by the way, is Drake has in the conversation of these guys, Drake has the most like standard hits. He doesn't have those records where like Can't Tell Me Nothing. He doesn't have even against when they're saying him versus Wayne. Like I don't think he has a Millie. He doesn't have those kind of records, even though he has the most quote unquote hits as far as numbers. Kanye in that, which wasn't a versus, but playing their songs side by side, I was like, oh yeah, Kanye is on a different level than even the quote unquote biggest hit maker of this generation. And
but I think when it comes to Drake, especially, I think with him is like you can his records like he got records like when Tony talk about like feel, but it's like the records do it, but it's not him. Like don't nobody like it's not even the records, it's you like that niggas kind of don't connect with. Like niggas can like you got people can connect with the records but can't really connect with you, so it's like it's kind of a gap there. And I think that's where like somebody like, and I think that's where kind of you get it from, like where you're able to still get that from Jay-Z, because And I mean, like niggas can't connect with Jay-Z either, but it's like Jay-Z hasn't made himself available to the public in a way where they felt like they could or couldn't.
I mean, I could say something that like niggas relate with Jay on, but then they're gonna say I'm really a hater.
What's that?
But I ain't gonna say it out loud. But a lot
You
of
gotta do
niggas
it for
have done
the
it.
do it for the content.
A lot of niggas have
Oh,
done
you
it,
talking about?
and I'm just
You talking
saying.
about because he cheated allegedly?
Allegedly, a lot of niggas have done it, man. Now we didn't all get to make an album with our wife didn't get to
No,
make an
that's
album,
crazy.
and then we make
I
an
mean, but
album. Like
that's crazy though. Black men don't cheat.
facts.
And you putting that smut on whole name is crazy.
I ain't put nothing on his name. I ain't the one who. Hey man, look, I wasn't in the elevator.
She was drunk.
I guess that would be. I guess the other point is, do niggas just like Hove more, and that's why he is unbeatable in a versus? Meaning, and once you get past like the records and the feel of rapping the records, do niggas just flat out like Hove more than whoever else could stand on that stage with him?
Probably. I mean, it's like for a long time for a lot of people, and of course, like we were listening to Jay-Z coming up, but there wasn't like our generation type of thing. Like we were kids when he was like really, kind of on the rise and things like that. But a lot of niggas like he was the cool nigga, and it's like he hasn't really done anything to not be viewed as the cool nigga.
No,
like when you think about like a Wayne, like Wayne was the cool nigga at a point, and now like Wayne looks like a drug addict.
That's a fact. He was a drug addict. I don't know if Drake was nigga, but like
I don't know if I mean, but he didn't look like one. Like like a nigga be doing crack, but he don't look like a crackhead.
No, it's a fact. Wait, 30 hit Wayne like crazy. 30 hit Wayne like fucking crazy.
So even like so it's like, or even like somebody like Drake, who I don't know if Drake was ever viewed as like the cool nigga, but it's like it's kind of like he's done shit to kind of get him, like he was probably out like a lot of people had like a 50-50 thing on Drake. Maybe some niggas thought Drake was the nigga, some people thought like nah, this nigga corny, and it's like he's done more to make people say nah, yeah, you are kind of corny. Like, so I think it would have to be somebody else who has been maybe viewed the same way, like a 50 Cent, like who is kind of like when you talk about like maybe the feel that you get from them records. I think 50 could probably match him in that, but I think the longer it goes on, the harder it get for 50 for sure.
No, so that's 50's always a great name. And 50 would still beat a lot of niggas, even though he doesn't have like the catalog of like the all-time greats. Again, if we're not including mixtapes, because I know there's always a nigga in there who says, "Oh, what about the G Unit mixtapes?" Nigga, I said Wayne can't use mixtapes, so G Unit can't die. And we know, like, yeah, you want to get to a mixtape versus, fine.
I mean, but he do got a whole first album, like that whole first album is crazy still.
No, it is, but like when people were saying like, could Get Rich or Die Trying body like people's career or their entire catalogs, and it could, a lot of them, but I don't think Get Rich or Die Trying bodies Wayne, Hove, Drake, Kanye. Like there is niggas who like, yes, you have one of the greatest albums ever. I also do too. Plus, I continued to rap much longer.
Hey Tony, you still in here? I got a question for you.
Nah, I
don't know if he's
right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shoot, text him. But I guess the other thing I wanted to bring up too is I also think it is the right time, which helps Hove out a lot because. So think about it. So I would say, because we used to argue about this before, and I'm not here to bring up the argument, but just to put like time and context, right? I hit the chat earlier today and I was like, yo, I want to do a longer form discussion, not today's episode, but a different episode of like who was like the GOAT at certain years. So not just who had the best year, but like if niggas woke up today and it was 1995, who would niggas have said is the greatest rapper ever? And like you get the old school names, right? Like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS, like you get those guys, right? LL Cool J. Then you get into like early 2000s, and it's like like even though Jay was now established, no one would have called Jay the greatest rapper ever in 2000. Like it was more, again, you get some of the older names still holding on. I think Nas shot up to potentially greatest rapper ever status really quick because of the success of his first album, obviously in the beginning of his career. But like you go through that, because there's a time, obviously, like Wayne, if you want to go to the late 2000s. If Hove went up against, like right now, Hove is in kind of the perfect position because he is considered the GOAT, and Hove would be my GOAT as far as, again, Wayne's my favorite rapper. Hove would be the best rapper ever. But I do also think the older we get too, I don't think Nas would have been a good challenge 10 years ago because I think niggas looked at Nas differently. Even though he was respected as a great, there was a lot of Nas criticism before this last run that he went on with Hit Boy. This last run he went on with Hit Boy kind of reintroduced Nas as like a cool nigga, which Nas has always been cool. It also reintroduced him as he doesn't get like the businessman rep that Jay got, but as the music was doing better, it was like, oh, he also got like Nas is invested in Ring. He was doing other business shit, and like it helped repair his image. So where I think if they stood on this stage in 2012, I think Nas gets washed, unfortunately. And I think Nas is the second greatest rapper ever. If you stand on that stage today, I think that is a lot closer. And I think if we go 5-10 years out, it's even closer because I feel like those two have separated from the pack. Meaning if you go a lot of consensus top 5 lists, I think they're in all of them. Biggie and Pac, you know, rest in peace, aren't here with us, but they're in a lot of them. Those two, as far as living rappers, have separated themselves from everybody else.
So I think you. I won't even say nuts, but I think Nas still get washed either way. And it's not like not to discredit the music, but as long as Jay-Z a billionaire, he ain't losing no verses.
Nas is damn near.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's like if I'm Jay-Z, all right, I won that race too, nigga.
I mean, you. What's Nas' net worth right now?
So don't even tell me the number. Just tell me how far off from a billion it is.
Yeah, Nas ain't getting there.
What is it? It's probably like 100. It's probably what he like 100 million.
He got you know, he over 100, depending on the report you believe. But you know,
is
he got a lot.
200?
His net worth has skyrocketed.
Shout out to Nas. These niggas. Shout out to all these niggas with a lot more money than me.
It's skyrocketed the last couple years, but again, even just like I
think, and real quick, not even. So I think one of the things with Jay-Z too is that he's so like when you think about some of these rappers, like even today's rappers, it's like all the like flashy rap, like you know they talking about the money, the cars, and all that stuff. I think Jay-Z and you seen kind of Drake trying to do it like early on in his career where you find that balance of being able to play both sides of like maybe being a little bit introspective, a little bit of like real talk, street talk shit, and then also being able to do the money fly slick talk shit also. I think Jay-Z has like mastered that, and that's like kind of, you know, almost similar to like, I ain't gonna say almost similar because Rick Ross don't do it. Rick Ross is all like, you know, fly nigga rap type shit.
That's a fact.
But it's like I think Jay-Z has the balance.
That and the way he talks slick is different. See, this is where Drake does fuck up as far as being like as like him has aged into like a corny nigga. Is Drake and Hove are the greatest ever at like the way they talk slick. Like the shit they say when they want to, like I ain't rap like the I ain't rap like common sense line. Like niggas wasn't saying that. And Common is a rap legend. He's probably more, I don't know if like young kids really give a fuck about Common, but like to say some shit like that, I was watching, it was Common was in the room, it was a YouTube short, it was like him and Dave Chappelle were in the room, and Common heard that for the first time, and he's looking back, he's like, damn, what niggas say fuck me for? And it's like, hey bro, he kind of got you. He said he did $1 million first week. So it was like, I ain't rap like common sense. And it's like, yeah, I want it either. Like,
But
And
that's
so
but
the
that's what I mean. And
way,
but that's what I mean when I say like the music Drake drops, like the music got the feel, but it's him that the people don't connect with. So it's
no, that's
like if you
that's
think
fair.
about like just think about some of the shit that Drake then dropped, like if imagine like another nigga rapping it, like you'd be like, oh, this should probably
Oh yeah,
be like even when I think about like something like the Lemon Pepper freestyle, which I thought was fire, he killed that shit. But it's
fire,
like
still fire.
imagine a nigga not named Drake rapping that shit. Like and I think it got a lot of praise and credit like while he did it, but I just think it would be I think the feel would be different around the record.
No, 1,000%. And Love Pepper Freestyle, he was talking that shit. Like it was, and that was still when he didn't obviously like lose it until because even Drake skated
Yeah,
this
I mean
weird
that was
line
way
for a
before the
lot of
battle.
his. Yeah, and Drake skated this line of like he almost turned into like the most popular ever, like niggas love him or hate him kind of person ever. Like there were niggas who already thought he was corny, but couldn't deny the music, and there were niggas that just didn't think he was corny, plus couldn't deny the music. And so he was always on this weird line. It wasn't until the Kendrick battle, and to the niggas that say Kendrick, look, I'm from California. I love Kendrick. Kendrick has one of, in my opinion, one of the 5 greatest albums ever made. He's got the greatest album that I speak so highly of Good Kid, Mad City. Like niggas know that. And I have still been listening to GNX monthly. Kendrick don't want those problems. Love Kendrick. Kendrick do not want those problems. That is, I just
What you
don't
talking about?
think
You talking
Kendrick
about like in
has
a
an,
versus?
yeah, Kendrick don't want
Well,
those.
who,
Like,
Jay-Z?
yes.
Fuck no.
Like,
And
he don't got
like
enough.
Kendrick, he don't want it with Nas.
I agree. Kendrick wouldn't want to. I wouldn't put Kendrick over. Like, I wouldn't. If you go on like my Mount Rushmore of like the 4 niggas in verses who I don't think people can fuck with, is I would go Jay, Nas, Wayne, and Kanye. I think they beat it. Besides themselves, like they're the only ones that can match up with each other. Otherwise, you could just go and see like a beat down and a murder live on Instagram, wherever you're watching it at. And so
I think so. I'll say Wayne. I think it depends on who he going against because I think because of the way that some of Wayne's songs age, even though like even the stuff that's still fire, it ain't fire like it was back then. Like I mean, and some of it is like when you talk about a Millie or even like you talk about Steady Mobbing and things like songs like that, they still age good. But I think because of the content maybe around Wayne music, I think he'd make it a little bit easier to kind of compete with him. Because all they got to do is be somebody who content you like you prefer.
see, I would say this, and this would be a great moment for Tony. Have you seen Wayne live? Or recently, I guess?
Nah. Have I seen Wayne
So,
live? No, I haven't seen him live.
So I saw him live in 2021, and yeah, early 2021. And so this is obviously like way the fuck past prime Wayne, right? And this is at a festival. It's one of my wife's and I favorite memories because it's like Janae was at this festival, Wayne was at this festival, and we're like, yo, when the fuck we ever gonna get like that's her favorite artist ever, that's my favorite artist. Like when we ever gonna get this again, right? Lil Baby was at that festival, Gunna was at that festival, Kodak was there, and I'm blanking on one more name. The gravity of Wayne from a performance, even being way past his peak or prime, he still got it. And I don't think there's a lot of people that when you really, Jay kind of said it best, when you got to stand in front of me doing this record, is different. And when you got to stand in front of Wayne, because I think the thing Wayne would have over almost anyone, I think Wayne would turn like the other nigga into a fan, like live on stage. Because while Jay is the GOAT and we know the totality of his career, that Wayne run is so special. He starts playing some of those records, like you gonna be kind of like nodding your head back and forth, like, damn, yo, this shit was like, oh fuck, I remember what I like, because you would have loved that era of Wayne so much that you're like, oh yeah, I'm here. And I think he could do that. And I think Ye could do it too. It just Ye the person has turned into his own thing.
I hate Wayne out here looking like a crackhead, man.
It sucks. It sucks. But
Because the music is the music. Maybe if niggas ain't there and performing or something like that. But I'm like, I just like, I don't know. I mean, I know the nigga was doing drugs before, like, even at the time he was making the music. But it's like, I don't want to see one of the greats up there
Looking crazy.
looking like
No,
looking
and he
like a
looks.
brackhead.
Yeah, but his performances are still top tier. Like he looks
Yeah.
nuts and almost like he does. It's funny because Wayne will go on like these sports shows because that's all he does is he raps and watches sports, which is why he's not really like a content rapper because nigga only does two things. Sorry, he smokes, fucks, and watches sports, and that's it. And so he'll be on these interviews, and I'm like, yo, why did you bring Wayne on here? Like, he looks crazy. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, the nigga probably hasn't gone to sleep or is on like some kind of drug binge. And it's like, man. But when he does get in performance mode, like performance Wayne still goes. And even in, I think Tony saw him last year, and he was like, that was still like he was still putting on a dope show. And I think with the young guys, again, Cole, Drake, Kendrick, I just don't think they got enough to stand in front of those four specifically. That would be like, again, like my Mount Rushmore S tier niggas. But shout out to Hove. Shout out to all these niggas besides. I like the music. I ain't endorsing it. Chicago Legends got a way of doing it, man. You don't gotta endorse the music. It's like you can endorse the music without endorsing the person.
You ain't even got to endorse the
gotta.
music. You can like the music if you want to, and you can not like it. You ain't got to endorse shit. Actually, you you can just listen to the music if you want to, and don't listen to the music if you don't want to. You ain't got to listen to Justin. Like, don't endorse the music.
Hey, that's real. For things that we're not going to discuss, but I think are funny, is NLU Choppa has dissed NBA YoungBoy twice in the last 7 days. My age starts with the 3, and so does Will's. So we ain't the people to discuss it. I'm sure there's a podcast with niggas who was 15 and 16 going crazy over that.
How old is NLE Choppa?
That's shit. I'd imagine young 20s. 23.
I just saying he was out here like bald and shit, so I was confused. Like
he does a bunch of in the NBA YoungBoy is 26. By the way, NBA YoungBoy and like again for our demographic and our life at our age, like Kendrick's run has been incredible. NBA YoungBoy is the most popular rapper on the planet right now. Like he really has like anybody under 20 and under, like that is their pick whoever your goat is. If you want to go like if you were a teenager for 50, if you were a teenager for Wayne, if you were a teenager for like back in the 90s, like whoever your nigga was like killing shit when he was a teenager, that is currently NBA YoungBoy. Like he is the most popular rapper on the planet. Like it's crazy.
So, and I don't know. I don't even know a lot of. I don't know a lot of his music. I also don't know. I don't know too much about him in general, honestly. Like, of course, I know who he is, but I've for sure heard like a few of his like older songs. I don't know, like older songs, maybe like 6 years ago type shit. But like he be in a lot of beefs, and I swear, like I don't ever see like him doing shit. Like so, I don't even know what he be doing to get into these beefs.
He just says fuck everybody. He has a very much like by the way, he is very you want to talk about prolific's weird because it depends on how you view the quality of music. But this nigga's 26 and has 34 projects. How so to niggas that's fans of him, like congrats.
He feed the streets.
That's and I can't hate because again, it's not my lane, but again, to like the Wayne of it all, it was like it's what made if Wayne was your favorite or one of your favorites, it was what made it so exciting is because it was putting out so much music between mixtapes, albums, features. It was like even if you didn't love a certain Wayne feature, like you didn't have to wait long to get another one. Like if one dropped on Friday, you was getting another one next week. But he's just he has very much a fuck everybody, I'm better than y'all. And because he is also ultra successful, obviously, like he's doing all these sold out shows and doing everything, there's just and he might be violent. I'm not gonna say yes or no, but he might be violent. You know, who's to say?
Sometimes violence is necessary.
Sometimes it is. Moving on from that is excuse me. Going to early season NBA takeaways. We talked last week about the run Giannis is on right now to start the season. it's wild because Jokic is literally averaging a triple-double again. And so, and Wemby is doing alien shit. Giannis has been the best player in the league the first week and a half, and that's with OKC being 8-0 and SGA still doing what he does. And that's 8-0 without Jalen Williams playing the game. Chet's missed a couple games. So OKC, as long as they allow Lou Dort to keep playing football, that team's going to be really good, man. I don't know. I don't know if they're the greatest defensive team ever or if niggas just allowed to tackle and the other team can't tackle them. Who's to say? Like I said, I'm outwardly
definitely not the greatest team ever or greatest defensive team ever.
I agree, but if you allow, man, look again. If you, it's what will they allow you to get away with? The Chiefs. I think the Chiefs were 15-1 last year. No, were refs throwing funny flags at certain times? Maybe. See, I'm not worried about my hate. What's some of your takeaways from the early season in the NBA? Like who you been looking at? Your Bulls are they still undefeated?
They lost one, I believe. Let me see.
What's the Chicago Bulls record?
City
should be
6-1.
Y'all top of the East. Josh Giddey, MVP.
Nah, that ain't the real top of the East. Like, see, like a nigga like you'll be excited for this. Like if it was the Pelicans. For me, it's like I know, like I see the roster. And like I think we got good young players over there, but it's like I also know like I know who else playing the NBA, and I know these ain't the best niggas in it.
But this is to give Chicago some love because I like Chicago.
No, you don't.
This is a weaker Eastern Conference. Obviously, we all know the injuries. Like we don't know Halliburton, we don't know Tatum. There's essentially no Embiid, even though the Sixers are playing well. So if you were going to have, if you could look, like if you were just a good team, you could look great because like situations and shit broke your way. This is the year to do it. So if the Bulls are just good, this is the year to look, a good team can look great because of all the injuries in the East. Not saying they're going to win a title or that they are one of the favorites to win a title, but I love sports like a child. I'd be excited. Like, that's why niggas want to shut on Denver's wins of like, oh, they won like this, one like that. Nigga, fuck you. I'm out here like I'm enjoying the fuck out of myself. Sports, it's a child's game. I'm gonna enjoy that shit like a child. So yes, you're right. My 1-6 Pelicans, I was hyped last night watching that fucking game in the fourth quarter. And I know them niggas suck. Like, and I'm like, we was playing Charlotte, bro. Charlotte and LaMelo wasn't even there. I'm like, look, man, Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, co-rookie of the years.
Playing a LaMelo-less Charlotte is crazy.
That's a fact. And I do it again. I watch that. Like, that's how when Tony tells me, like, no, you could just quit watching them. I'm like, I can't. That shit is just built into, like, I'm fucked up. I know it. But, like, that shit is just built into me. Well, who else showing off early? You got a chance to watch the Sixers yet? With Edgecombe and Maxey?
Yeah, they looking good. So I'm looking. I pulled up the averages so far, and I don't know if this is this right? Is Tyrese Maxey leading the league in scoring?
Shit. Niggas leading the league in scoring after like 6 games. We averaging like fucking 40.
Maxey is averaging 34. Shea is averaging 33. Giannis is averaging 32. Austin, this must be right. Austin Reeves is averaging 31.
That's crazy. And Lauri Markkanen's averaging 31.
Shout out to Lauri Markkanen. Devin Booker averaging 31. Zach LaVine averaging 27. Steph Curry 26. Wembanyama. Yeah, so I mean,
Jokic is leading the league in assists. LaMelo second in assists. Josh Giddey top 5. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, man. Steph is 4th in the league, averaging 4.4 3-pointers made a game. Like, what? Have we hit
Wemby being second in rebounding is crazy.
That's because Sabonis. Hey, shout out to Sabonis. Sabonis doesn't give a fuck that he might be on the Pelicans is probably the worst team in the league. The Kings is fighting for second worst team in the league, and Sabonis don't give a fuck. Sabonis is out there hustling. He's out there in the paint getting elbowed, hit, kneed.
He say no. He keep playing like this. He know the checks gonna keep coming.
Shit, niggas buy trade from at the deadline, save him. You trying to get saved like Sauce Gardner?
Two first for Sauce Gardner is crazy.
That's hey man, like yeah. However they let you, if you allowed to hold and niggas don't call it, you might be the best corner in the world. Niggas start calling
the Jets.
Niggas
didn't care.
Niggas cared first 2 years. That's all I heard. Best ever. Best this. Y'all pro. And I'm like,
no, man, but that was Jets fans. Like that wasn't like, come on, that wasn't no other fans. You ain't heard no niggas from those fans of other teams saying no shit like that.
Ahmad Gardner, man. They really had him over PS2. That was crazy. That was fucking crazy. Who else going crazy here to start the season? Again, Giannis been playing great. Maxey and VJ Edgecombe in Philly. Is it worth it for Philly, or is Philly dangerous if Embiid is just a part-time player at the end of the season? Like if they just get him for like 20 games in the regular season, but get him like quote unquote healthy for the playoffs, and he's the third or fourth option, is that an actual dangerous team?
I think so. I think it's that like as long as you can bring him back and he's not trying to be the number one guy and trying to kind of mess up like the good things that have kind of been going on, I think it's dangerous. I think if he come back and they all of a sudden want to run the offense through him, I think that's a problem.
No, I agree.
But I think if you keep him on a minutes restriction, or I mean, even towards the end of the season, like you said, you kind of you maybe stagger their minutes or something like that, give him a lot of time out there with maybe like second unit guys and things like that, and let it run through him. And then when you got Maxey and Edgecombe and stuff like that out there, you let the game run through them. But I think if he's in and out and you keep trying to make the offense revolve around him, I think that'd be an issue. But I think if you find ways to keep him integrated and engaged when he come back, I think it's definitely dangerous.
Are the old ass Warriors actually a threat?
I mean,
like win a title.
I think they can win a title. Like I think even with them being older, it's still like not any teams that I look at and say it ain't no way like they don't stand a chance. Like even with the OKC, it's like I don't like, even though like OKC could beat them and all of that, but it's like I don't look at OKC and say, oh man, these Warriors don't stand a chance against them.
It's tough because I agree. Like in a series,
like, I'm not going into it picking them to win. Yeah, I'm not going into it like, oh, I'm picking the Warriors to win in 5, win in 6, or nothing like that. But it's like I just don't see any teams where I'm like, yeah, the Warriors don't stand a chance.
Now, Wemby is averaging a half rebound less than Sabonis. He is averaging 4.7 blocks, which is fucking crazy. Like, I get it. He's 7'4", and like the old argument of like, oh nigga, you tall, you supposed to do this. On behalf of tall niggas, now I'm aware I'm on the tall niggas that didn't make the NBA, but on behalf of tall niggas that did make the NBA, it was like I ain't seen y'all do 4.7 blocks. And again, I still don't think the Spurs are like that. Like, I don't want to say not that good, but they're not that team yet, in my opinion, where I'm like, oh yeah, this should be a team that like could make a run or be scary in the playoffs. But if he's playing like this, he's absolutely got a case for it, or they got a case for it. Like you run into them in a series and he goes fucking 25-13 and blocks 4 shots a game. It's like that can fuck you up.
Yeah.
We got here team wise real quick. Rockets. I like the Rockets. I still don't. Something about them is, the NBA is so different from when we grew up on. The Spurs lead the league in points allowed at 108.
Crazy.
I'm gonna look this up real quick. Let's go to 08. NBA stats.
Man, the Pelicans 1-6.
Bro, I told you these niggas is ass.
That shit ass.
I'm asking for, gosh damn, in 2008, who was the highest scoring team? The Warriors led the league in scoring at 111 in 2008. The 4 teams averaged 108 or better. That's currently the best defensive team in the league in San Antonio. We got to do something. Like, I'm all for a 3-point shot and offense. Like,
we don't got to do nothing.
Tell me,
we just watch the game.
Man.
Would you rather them take a step inside and make it worth 2 points instead of 3 so the scores could be a little bit less?
Take away the corner 3.
Why?
I just don't like games looking repetitive. That's my problem. I just don't like every game looking like that's why I think Wemby is interesting, because he's not taking that many threes, and so it looks different than just Steph is an exception. Steph could shoot fucking 23s a night, and I'd watch that shit until he just decides to hang it up. He is just by far, to me, the most interesting 3-point shooter ever to watch. Everybody else, I'm like, y'all niggas all shouldn't trying to play like Steph or trying to play like whoever you want to give credit to that. James Harden, I know gets a lot of credit for it. Like, just do something else, man. Like,
but it's like, but I know, but you can't. But like, it got to be more than just the fact that Wemby don't just shoot threes. I mean, he's 7'4".
I mean, fact. But Giannis is exciting. They keep blinking that shit. Hakeem said he's 7'6", so I'm gonna take Hakeem Olajuwon word on it. Because he's like, Hakeem said it hurt his neck to look up, and Hakeem is like a solid 7'1". I don't know, man. I just, just niggas do something a little different. Early before we move on to the NFL, I said OKC's the title favorite. I don't really see anybody beating them right now. Some of that's hate because, again, I think the way they're allowed to play defense is kind of wild, but it is what it is. They still give up 109. See, they would have been. Anyway, let me stop being old. Who would be your early season? This team could either upset OKC because obviously they're defending champions, or can make a serious run at a title.
So, I mean, I'll say the Lakers are looking good.
And they're playing without Luka and LeBron.
The LeBronless Lakers. Now, do I think they'll continue to look like this? Probably not. But if I'm just going off of what I've seen so far and right now, I would probably say the Lakers.
Snow time.
I don't even know. I don't see any team in like the East.
The East is some ass.
I think I think the Nuggets could probably give them, I guess early still, but I think the Nuggets can still do something.
Because even the teams that are at the top of the East, like the Bulls are 6-1, the Sixers are 5-2, Pistons are 5-2. Nobody feel like the Bucks are 5-3. Again, I love Giannis. Giannis is one of my favorite players ever. That team is not that good, and to be 5-3 when you have, excuse me, let me pull up Giannis stats real quick, because he just is out here doing the dumbest shit ever, like game after game, and he's still only 5-3. Like, excuse me, this nigga is averaging 31 points a game. 32, I'm sorry. 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and we know he's playing all-world defense. And these niggas is 5-3. Like, the Bucks just There's not a great team in the East, unfortunately. A lot of that, again, is due to injury. Like the Celtics, if they didn't blow it up post the Tatum injury, would obviously still be a great team. The Pacers, you'd probably have to give the benefit of the doubt of being even though they played like apps without Halliburton. Like if they had him, you would give them some grace as far as being one of the best teams.
I don't know. I don't know if that was like lightning in the bottle for them.
The Pacers?
Yeah.
It could be. That's not impossible. I just don't think there's a great team in the East right now, and it really just depends. Is Halliburton going to be? He was obviously already a really good 3-point shooter. Is he going to continue to be a great 3-point shooter to continue that kind of success that they had? And who knows? Because obviously Miles Turner, would they have re-signed him if Halliburton didn't get hurt in Game 7? Like, meaning if they knew they had him for this year, would they have tried harder to re-sign Miles Turner? Pacers fans booing Miles Turner is kind of crazy. But again, like Will said, you don't
Miles Turner been in trade rumors every year. Why y'all acting like y'all said that he gone? Y'all been pushing to get this nigga traded for years. But now that y'all made it to the finals and you know when you make it to the finals, everybody want to run it back.
No, it's a fact.
But it's like when before that, y'all niggas was pushing for Doggy to get traded.
Miles Turner was defending Tim Duncan while having trade rumors. Like, I don't think niggas also realize how old Miles Turner is. Like, and
He
not
been
like
in the league for a while.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Shout out to Tim Duncan. He looks nothing like his playing days. That nigga, shout out to old niggas growing their hair out. Even though y'all went fucking bald or damn near bald your whole playing careers.
Miles Turner only 29.
That's crazy. What year was he drafted? 2011? 2012? Am I bugging? I might be bugging. When was Miles Turner drafted?
2015. The 11th
okay.
overall draft pick. Yeah, because if he's 29, what is this shit?
Yeah, 10 years.
Drafted at 19. Much. Yeah. Okay. He just want to hoop and play Legos. That's him to play with Legos, right?
He is the Legos nigga. It'd be so funny when you like catch like niggas on the hot mic and the shit they say to each other is like, you could tell who's really willing to compromise their multi-million-dollar contracts and who's not. Like Miles Bridges, by the way, I think is definitely willing to compromise his multi-million-dollar contract. Ed has, but still got another one. All right, moving on to the NFL here real quick. Your Bears got to win. They beat y'all's great against like bottom two defenses.
We putting belts ass, nigga. Stop hating.
I don't know, man. You wasn't nervous at all at the end of that shit?
Fuck no.
You just knew they was gonna beat them after giving up the fucking 15 in the fourth?
Fuck no. I didn't know we was gonna win. But I also wasn't nervous. I was like,
that's real.
I thought we would have got it. I thought we would have got into well, what was the score? Because I think we were down by 2.
Yeah, it was 40. I think it was 44-42 at the end of that.
Yeah, so I mean, I was thinking we would have got into field goal range, but I was like, we need to get close as fuck because Cairo Santos be missing. That nigga missed a 47-yarder, I think. Like, goddamn. Like, that's a free throw today.
They won by. No, it's a fact.
You missing.
Hey,
someone
texted. How come they won't check kickers for like when kickers start hitting all these crazy field goals? How come no one ever says check they pee? Like niggas start getting like 10 tackles or 10 catches in the game. It's like, hey yo, check them. They on some shit.
These niggas. Who was that? Who was that? That might have been the Bengals out there today. Was that them that kicked that fucking 60-some yarder? Thinking they were gonna somebody kick?
Cam Little on the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Cam Little, he kicked 68. Then he hit.
No, but I watched somebody kick. They missed though. I can't remember who it was, but I'm like, it was the end of the game. I think
Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey. That's what it was. Brandon Aubrey. He kicked that shit at the end of the game, a 60-some yarder. I'm like, and I think he might have had the distance on it. He He was outside the
Yeah, it was wide
outside the
left.
uprights.
Yeah. No, I was like, someone need to check the kickers. I'm gonna make the petition. We're gonna start checking kickers for P, man. Because y'all all can't just all of a sudden start hitting from 60. And it's not just like because now there's and this again, sports gambling is gonna end the world. You can bet on a kicker's field goal. And now there's people because the Jaguars go to Denver in a few weeks. And obviously Mile High has always kind of been the place for like really like because of the air, like kicks have always gone farther. So when they first started making NFL records, like they were all in Denver. And now because he hit 68, they like, oh, this nigga going to Denver? Bro, you might line that bitch up from 70. And it's like, someone check his P. That's all I'm asking for. Someone check his P.
You think you can be a kicker in the NFL, Justin?
Do you know how much online bullying I would receive if I was a 6'9" biracial kicker? Do you know the shit niggas would say on Twitter to me? Do you know that?
Think about all the positions in the world this nigga could have played.
I'm saying that
he wanted to be he wanted to kick field goals and shit. But they might look at you like you might be the kicker version of Taysom Hill, like utility player, the ultimate utility player. Like could you imagine those fake kickoffs and fake field goals and shit with you? Like you go from being a kicker to a receiver.
Oh man, me and the open field versus a linebacker. What you think my chances are? Because they got the starting linebackers because now
I don't know.
I could tell you. Teams.
I could tell you like whether I got you winning or not once I find out your 40 time.
Oh, right now, bad. I don't know what it is, but it's bad. like
you running you running the Cat Williams 40 or?
All right, man. Look, I do we believe Cat Williams? That's the real question.
Yes. Why wouldn't we?
That nigga went on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, and the niggas was like,
you ain't see when he did his 40.
I think the stopwatch is a little funny.
No,
the stopwatch is a little funny. Now, am I saying that I have a better? Would I outrun Cal Williams?
Fuck
yes, because I would trip him. I'm tripping.
Fuck no.
I'm tripping. I am pushing. Look, man. Like I said, I do on the treadmill. I do incline, but I be taking my sweet time, and I like pace. I'm not speed's not my thing.
You want to linebacker? Speed demon?
Not even close.
Bless you.
Oh shit! Thank you.
Hold on, we got to see.
Cat Williams 40.
Yeah, man, we gotta run it up real quick.
Am I beating Cat Williams in the 40? Let's see. 497. I think my stride could get me to 497 if we being honest.
This without a warm up.
Oh no, so you gotta give me the warm up.
Oh yeah. What's that Tommy? Let's see time. No. Let's see. Mo. Let me see that.
I had him at 497.
497.
So we saying Cat Williams is better 40 than Tom Brady?
What was Tom Brady 40?
Like a 5'3"? Like Tom Brady's 40 was crazy. Like it was
Cat dusting that nigga.
Tom Brady.
That being Tom Brady in his early 20s versus Cat Williams 50 right now.
40-yard dash 5.17.
Cat dusting that nigga.
I don't know, man. I think my stride could get me to under 5. Like long stride, like I'm probably running like 3 yards a step, 4 yards a step. I think I could get Cat. You think you beat Cat Williams in a 40?
No, not right now.
Hey man, you think Tony not in here no more? But like Tony, if you see this, you think you can beat Cat Williams in a 40? Hey, look,
Tony might.
I'm
I could probably bet on. I'll probably put Tony beating Cat. Tony might be the only one out of us three beating Cat Williams in the 40.
Let's see. You got to do it for the team. Beating Cat Williams in a 40. Let's see. We'll see what he responds. Let's see. I'm gonna share the screen real quick to look ahead to week 9. Let's see. Window. This one. All right. So we got Broncos Raiders tomorrow. Broncos fucking the Raiders up. That's in Mile High. We're going to 8-2, and we putting belt to ass when the Chiefs come to Mile High the following week. So we're gonna be 9-2. Chiefs gonna be 5-5, and I'm gonna need y'all to fix them fucking power rankings y'all got out there. Niggas got the Chiefs at 5-4 as the number 1 team in the NFL. It's crazy. Hey, Tony said he can't do it. That's crazy, man. Tony was supposed to hold it down.
He said no.
Yeah, Tony was supposed to hold it down. Oh man. I got some 4.97. It's kind of impressive at how old is Cat?
Damn, they're 50.
I think just running at 50 is probably impressive. Like fuck your
54. Cat Williams 54.
Yeah, if you just running at 54, like you got it. Like you got it, my nigga. They got Falcons, Colts, and Germany. I think there's also gonna be a belt to ass. I am finally starting to be a little bit of a believer in the Colts.
The Colts and Indiana Jones.
I'm starting to be a little bit of a believer, man. Like I was doubting them, but I'm like, it is weird because I started believing them after the Pittsburgh game because they wouldn't they had 5 turnovers and only lost by 7. Like you get 5 turnovers and only lose by 7, like you a good ass football team, which is weird because like I'm more impressed them losing than I was than them like beating all these teams.
Facts.
That game of the week. Listen up. If you are a real human being and you are watching Browns Jets, and that Browns Jets game will do bigger numbers than like NBA playoffs and baseball playoff games. That's just how sick of a sport the NFL is. But if you are watching Browns Jets, I got a number for you to call. I seriously suggest getting help.
That's gonna be terrible. Tell Myles Garrett to just live it up, nigga. You took the money.
Hey, I love that. Shit,
and niggas don't blame you either.
No, I would take the 2. Bro, Myles Garrett, nobody got sympathy for him. And I get it. No one should have sympathy for him. Took $240 million. Like, you got paid. We all know you great. It is also funny as fuck because, like, Myles Garrett might be like the funniest example of like shit niggas would not say to your face, but we all collectively say on the internet. Niggas are talking crazy to Myles Garrett because he's been upset, and it's like, well, we know why you upset, but you took the money and the team sucks. Myles Garrett is a large human being. Like Myles Garrett.
But that's like, but you knew that was ass before you signed. For sure.
And then you went out and did an interview and he was like, yo, I know what the plan is a quarterback. Like, yes, nigga, we do too. The plan is to be asked like y'all been asked. Like, it's a plan. It's not a good plan, but it's a plan. We all know it. Who the Bears play this weekend?
The Giants.
Y'all should smoke the Giants. If y'all let that little white boy beat you, we got to have a meeting next week. If y'all let Jackson Dart run up and down on that defense, there's gotta be problems.
It's over for them niggas.
Tony got Ravens, Vikings. Now, Tony, to his credit, and again, we all irrationally believe in our own teams. I saw a tweet and Tony reposted it, he quoted it, and it was Nate Wiggins versus Justin Jefferson. And it was from like a Baltimore fan account. And they said, hey, yo, get your popcorn ready. And Tony quoted that shit and said, cinema. And I'm like, I'm all for having faith in our teams. But like, we understand who the fuck that is still, right? Y'all might win the game.
I think Tony was saying Justin Jefferson gonna make a movie on Nate Wiggins.
Like, I'm like, hey man, look, and I root for a team where it's like maybe the best corner in the NFL. In my opinion, is the best corner in the NFL. And I still get nervous when we play the Bengals and Jamar Chase. I still get nervous if Justin Jefferson, like, and that's what PS2. I'm like, hey man, look, I think the Ravens win, but if you told me Justin Jefferson had 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, I ain't shocked. Do the Bengals play this week? Or are they on a bye? What's the bum ass defense doing? Are they on a bye? It looks like. We get Steelers, Chargers, Sunday Night Football. How come the Steelers get so many damn primetime games? Eagles, Packers on Monday night should be a good one. Our vindication on Jordan Love just being okay is it's holding strong.
Facts.
Because losing to the Browns and the Panthers aren't even terrible this year, but they were 14-point favorites, and the one pass. Now, Jordan Love maybe already had the worst interception of the season, the one he threw in Cleveland, because that was just straight to the linebacker and no one knew what the fuck he was doing. And Bo has had some, that might be the worst pass of the season. But Jordan Love took that crown back when the one in the end zone, and it wasn't even picked off because the player just dropped it, but he let that bitch go, and the camera immediately panned to the only guy in the end zone was the one Panther. And he was just sitting there waiting for that bitch, like, all right, I guess it's mine. And then he dropped it, which is crazy, but it was immediate pan. It was like, oh, Jordan Love throws, and it's just to Carolina.
That nigga is just okay.
Yeah. And like that's fine. And that's the reality of like you take out the niggas who's like top 5, top 6, and you take out the niggas who are clearly like not starters, like Tyler Shuck, Joe Flacco, I'm throwing that bitch, but like I would consider Flacco one of those. Justin Fields, unfortunately, one of those. Everybody, the guys who were in the middle who are just good quarterbacks, that's what they do. Some weeks they good, some weeks they bad, and that's how you get ranked fucking 10 through 20. Like y'all niggas is just the epitome of okay.
Facts.
And again, on quarterback, Bo is just okay. Like
ain't nothing wrong with being like I think like and just okay don't mean you're not good. Like you like okay,
correct.
But it's like when they try to like just okay can mean you're a good quarterback.
Absolutely.
But it's like you're not a great quarterback, and that's like you could be a good quarterback on a great team. You could be a Dak Prescott like for those years where Cowboys were like one of the best regular season teams. Like
yeah.
and the most and your job is to not lose the game. Like they not expecting you to go out and win the game. Well, maybe Dak they were, I think, because they thought he was something that he wasn't. Like they weren't accepting of the fact that he was just okay.
No, it's a fact. And I think too, it's some of it is contractually because they pay good quarterbacks like great quarterbacks, right? Like Brock Purdy getting $50 million, Trevor Lawrence getting $50 million. Like, so it can fuck your team up if you pay like Tua got 50 mil, if you pay good, like great. But I've said one of my oldest hard foul opinions, because I'd say this about Dak. We all understand like Tom Brady's the GOAT. And it's not even really like an arguable opinion. One of the things that made him the GOAT was he constantly took less money because Tom early in his career wasn't that. Like he wasn't a guy going out there throwing you 30, 40 touchdowns. Like he was managing the game, make sure he didn't lose the game. And because he didn't take this huge salary, Patriots always had really good teams because they could go pay other players. And I would say the same shit when in another year, and I'm going to say this, there's Bronco fans, I'm going to be very consistent about this. When it's time for Bo to get a contract, I'm going to say the same shit I said about that. You should take less money because you're not a guy who the reason why this team is great can't be great with you making $50 million a year. It just can't. Like, we got a great offensive line.
Are you going to give us $50 million worth of performance?
Absolutely. And I don't think
for $50 million, for $50 million, you need to be the reason we win. Not the reason we don't lose.
Correct. Like Lamar, justified. You can pay him $50 million. You pretty much automatically a great team if you're your starting quarterback. Josh Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Stafford. Like to me, Like Jalen Hurts, unfortunately, is like, and I like Jalen Hurts a lot. I wouldn't want to pay Jalen Hurts $55 million because then I'm gonna lose what makes that team great. Like, and so again, Bronco fans, I'm riding with y'all. I defend Bo. I also don't want that nigga making 55. Sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry. That's just the reality of it. Like, you not. I can just think you good without thinking you. I don't think you Lamar Jackson. I don't think you Patrick Mahomes. I don't think you Josh Allen. And that ain't really a diss because those three might end up in like the top 10 ever at the fucking position. So I don't think you one of the 10 best ever. Like what Wale say, I'm one of the greatest rappers ever. Fuck if I'm in your top 10. Like, you know how many niggas rap? You know how good I am at this shit? Let's see here really quick before we head out. What else we got? I wanted to yes, like I said, Tony back next week. I don't know if this will be a next week conversation, but again, kind of going through the years and seeing, like I said earlier in the show, kind of examining who would have been like the GOAT at different eras. Who's probably like the best guy who had one of those runs but probably never got like GOAT consideration? Like I would say it's 50 just because I don't think he ever really wanted to be. But I don't know if 50's run, even if you put like 2003, 2004, I don't think niggas would have said, 50 is one of, or maybe the greatest rapper ever. Even with Get Rich or Die Trying and all the mixtapes.
Well, I'll say 50 could be in there. I feel like T.I. had a run. It wasn't like 50s, but it was a run.
That's a fact. It was a run. And all the niggas would have called T.I. the GOAT. Like X, I think would have had, even though like X, I think absolutely had a run where like you could have argued at a certain point in time, he would have been in a GOAT-like conversation.
X sold out of content.
That's hard to argue with.
Shout out to my nigga.
That's hard to argue with. Like, even though, like, but again, it's like, again, you look at it in like a time period or a point in history. I know you got DMX top 5. I wouldn't say that's necessarily the consensus opinion, even though people love DMX. He wouldn't rank as high all time now as high as he would have ranked. What year is that? 98? Is 98 the double plat? Yeah. It's like in 1998, 1999, if niggas said, yo, DMX is the GOAT, I'm like, yeah, you got a case. Like this nigga just went back to same year, double platinum albums, selling out I don't know if the continent selling is out that exact same year with that same time frame, like doing all this crazy shit. If you said, yo, X is the GOAT, like, yeah, nigga, I'll probably give it to you. I wouldn't be mad if that was somebody in that conversation.
The craziest run. Who else?
I don't think like Drake too is only niggas ever would have called Drake the GOAT. As great as his run was, and he probably has the longest sustained run. Like its peak's not as high as Wayne T.I. 50, but there's not, if you look at hip hop, ain't a lot of niggas you could say went 14 years definitively being the number one guy.
I think the thing with Drake too though is that he like I think because he always played both sides, so it's like I think he's always been viewed kind of as a hybrid though, even though he's a great rapper and he do what he do on the R&B side also, but I think he's always been kind of viewed as like a hybrid. So it's like he ain't.
That's fair.
Like he ain't ever like in those like in them conversations though. Like I have heard people shit. I might have said it like, oh, this nigga one of the coldest ever.
No, he is. Like,
so it's kind of like, yeah, it's like
he's gonna be a weird career when it's all said and done, because, and again, I don't think we probably all slightly over, and we do this with everybody, right? Like you kind of slightly overrate someone when they're like going red hot. Like again, like I've brought up Wayne a couple times. A lot of niggas would have said Wayne is the GOAT at his absolute peak. Historically, doesn't hold up as well, and obviously he's not going to finish probably as high as he would have been. and because Jay was still active, right? And Jay was making his case for also being the GOAT at that same time, but Wayne was just on this scorcher.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't think we're going to look back at Drake and go, oh, he's as low as people had him immediately following the beef. Like, the way you are going to have to kind of depict or figure out his career is you've got to separate, take away his absolute best, take away his absolute worst. That's kind of where you got to figure out your opinion on him. And so,
Yeah, I mean, I think as time goes on, I think it'll go back to, I don't know, like if anything he drops ever hit like being like some of the stuff before the beef, but I think when you talk about like the stuff that like the old Drake music and stuff, I think it'll go back to people kind of maybe being able to receive it the way that they did. Like, I don't know, even with the beef, I guess for me, like it never affected how I listened to like old Drake though. Like I was always like, it was like shit, the beef was the beef, but it didn't really change shit.
that's valid.
Like I think I was invested from a music standpoint, but it's like even with like niggas viewing him however they view him with the whole lawsuit and shit like that, like Drake, I never looked at Drake as the nigga who would have did anything different. So it's like it didn't surprise me. And I also just don't like, I mean, like I think we talk all the time, especially for me, like about being able to separate the music from like who these niggas are as people, because I really don't give a fuck.
Nah, that's, see, weirdly, and I'd love to say I don't give a fuck. I do it with
I don't give a
athletes all the
fuck.
time.
I'll say I don't give a fuck when it's certain, depending on who it is. Like it depends on like, is the music the reason I fuck with you, or did I fuck with you because because of the person I thought I was getting, and it maybe was something different. Like 50 Cent is like, I got more into 50 Cent's music as I got older. Like, but I was a 50 Cent fan before that, and like, you know, I listened to 50 Cent music coming up, but I became more of a fan, a bigger fan of the music as I got older. But I was also like a fan of like just who he was as a person. So like, I may view it a little different. Like if some shit like this was to happen with 50 Cent, than like some shit like this happening with Drake. Like,
No, it's valid. It's the
nigga is
50 side.
biracial Jewish. Like what else? What else did we expect?
No, it's valid. It's like, I oddly care about it with rappers. It does help. Like Nipsey obviously gets a huge boost to me because of who he represented himself as. And I keep the context of, and we've all said it a bunch, of like, we don't know these niggas. And so I think the three of us do a good job of like, we can respect and appreciate what someone presents, at the same time go kind of like, yeah, we don't really know these niggas. So if something were to pop off and be like, oh, this big scandal, none of us are going to be like, damn, that, you know, that's our guy, or like, oh, this crazy shit happened. Cause I do the same thing with athletes where I'm like, I know, like,
And I think it's about I think it depends on the content of your music too, though. Like, if I feel like you're trying to sell me like a persona or personality in the music, I may view it a little different also.
No, 1,000%. And that's probably why it's easier to separate the athletes, because I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you're a good person. Like, can you play corner? Like, can you score 20 points? Like, I'll deal with the other shit later. Hey man, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Excuse me. Don't forget, you can listen to audio, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast. Shout out to Dubby for sponsoring the episode. And Tony's going to be back next week, and we will be back next week live every Wednesday, going live at approximately 3:30. No, how it goes.
Give or take a few minutes.
Give or take a few minutes, man. It happens. Hey, we'll catch y'all next week, though. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.